We live, my boy.
Live.
Oh.
Fat fingers on the side.
Hey man,
Shout
that's
out your sign.
oh, I got you. That's a really devil beat. I just want you to know that. Mel, what did you talking about? Tatted up.
Oh, because he probably acting like he Fabo. Hey man,
Oh, I can scoot over so Kelly can get in.
I'm good.
Not really.
Oh, I'm good. I am Gucci.
Hey, people.
I don't know what Melvin told me.
On camera, we look like three grown kids in the principal's office. That's what we look like right now. We look like we done fucked up bad.
Yeah.
If somebody is gonna tell on us, listen.
Yeah, I look like I'm ready to tell.
Man, y'all come on in the room, speak and share. What's up, Melvin? Shout out to our good friend Melvin C. Robinson III, formerly of West Jackson, Mississippi, now resident of Washington, D.C.
Some bullshit.
Or where y'all at? Y'all in PG County?
Hell no, boy.
Melvin said when I come back in town in November, I want to do another episode. I want to talk about these old phase.
Oh, you talking about?
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you want to? Are we doing this show under the influence as well? Because I won't be here for that. Cause you ain't finna do me like you did me last time.
I'm with it. I'm down.
Chris Mine said them legs out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, cuz get up and flex them hoes from. Yeah, my boy. Yeah. There you go. Get them with that leg beat.
The yam season on y'all right
Yeah,
here.
man.
Man, my knees little ass shit. I ain't even.
It's some lotion right.
I wasn't even prepared.
Time is past. You ain't going nowhere to the house.
Oh, I don't know. That might break me out. I don't know what that is. If you
Somebody gave you that lotion.
That's good. That's Vaseline lotion.
well, it
Let
might.
me know you didn't buy it. The way you said like you didn't even defend it.
Man, wait, just come like lotion from you act like I'm using Queen Helene's for $1.50.
Man, look,
For a gallon.
Remember them suave days?
Now, Kendra, I was finna give you a shout out. And then hope you was feeling better because I saw you was down, but you talking about my ass, my legs ass.
It's alright, kid. Look,
So
the best way to make people feel better is roast.
good. Yeah, mammy.
I do what I was saying. Here you go. I just know it come from a place of love.
Hey, can y'all stop saying hoochie daddy shorts? Niggas been wearing shorts for decades, man.
Yo, it's something that you don't like.
You don't
Damn.
like that term.
Wow. They granddaddies got all these pictures in the 70s where they wearing these short shorts.
Boy, don't like
And y'all wouldn't call them hoochie daddy. Y'all love ignorant ass shit.
that nigga crap. Be honorary.
He is honorary.
I am.
That's a good way. That's a good
Because we being country today.
In the words of Jason Thompson, I am a contrarian.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. If you like it, I hate it. Look,
All right.
thank
You need to put that on a t-shirt. Patent it, bro.
thank y'all so much for tapping in with us live on Facebook. We have our good friend Jerriod Avant here with us. We are so happy to have him.
It feels good to be here, man.
We just finished recording episode 38 of the podcast. He was the special guest. We are promoting his book, Muscadines. I can't keep a straight face. I can't keep a straight face.
It feels good.
Oh man, shit, man.
It feels amazing.
I ain't think.
Don't talk about my book too much.
Hey, I was gonna steal it.
I didn't think Muscat.
Oh, brother. You
gotta get your. Y'all old.
Oh,
It
my
feel
God.
like, you know, the type book where you go to, like, I mean, he going on a book tour, but this the type book that's very easy to open and read pages from, and like you can put your thumb in it and like hold your place and not lose it. Like I feel comfortable doing this right here in the pages. I'm not gonna read.
Back to what we was talking about.
Let's see who the publishing company is.
Our friend book is available for pre-order. You can click on the link.
Four-way book.
For people who are going to be watching this tomorrow on YouTube, there will not be a link for you to click, but you can follow him.
Put the link
In the description.
I don't have time to do that. I'm doing it while I'm at work.
Oh,
God.
my God.
Do y'all want me to do this shit? I want to hold it like this. It's the whole boy. Well, fucking done. All right. Damn, done out here. Clarence Avant passed away. We lost Magoo.
Magoo yesterday.
Magoo from Timberland and Magoo.
Timberland Magoo.
50, man.
Magoo last night. Pee Wee Herman last week.
Well,
I know y'all don't care about Pee Wee.
Hey, now. Steven, damn.
Wait a minute now.
Why you do Magoo like that?
I knew you was one of them self-hating.
Why you do Magoo like that? What did he do to you?
Did you give us Big Top Pee Wee? Have you ever watched Magoo's Big Adventure?
You got a solid argument.
He gave
I
you
remember
up.
being glued to the screen
I mean, for
Yeah.
sure.
for Pee Wee.
Pee Wee was out here.
Pee
dude.
Wee Big
the
Top.
show.
Pee Wee Big Top
Larry
actually was.
Fishburne.
It was really a horror.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Pee Wee
Was
Big
on
Top.
Yeah,
Pee Wee.
that was a horror film.
It really was
Oh,
supposed to be
he
a
was.
comedy.
Yeah.
But Pee Wee
Large
Big Top.
Marge.
Yeah, Large Marge.
Well, why you?
It was terrifying.
It was.
But Magoo gave you up jumps the boogie.
He did.
Would you like to revisit the lyrics?
No,
I can look.
Please don't.
I can't
Don't.
imagine the
We
lyrics.
just
from that.
said it gone.
Please don't.
He
Hey,
was
man,
a
I-
super friend. Hey, bro, you play.
Y'all tell them other 10 people who were just on this live to come back. I don't know what we did.
Like, let me say this.
We was at 23. We was in the
Honestly,
game.
man, them numbers be skewed because it'll say like 9, but then when we get out here, 475 people don't watch.
Well, I don't be knowing. I'm just
Oh yeah.
talking crazy. Oh, we not finna do
Hey,
that.
bro.
I fiend for all beats like girls jump for dicks.
Okay, that's enough.
Hey, wait a minute, man.
That's enough.
I fiend for all beats like girls jump.
That's really what he said.
Double decker makes you want to beat your pecker.
He wrote that.
Why you keep doing that when you read the lyric though? Like that, like this. No. So double decker make you rub your pecker, make you do that.
I'm reading them.
I mean,
I'm so glad. I hope
Wait,
Mike
no,
don't
there's
pick up none
one
of you.
we can't. This man got to drive back.
Okay, so in that same bar, that same phrase, I fiend for all beats like girls jump for dicks. Don't salt the next man, keep that Lindbergh-ish. Up in the cut like gay niggas in butt.
All right. Thank y'all.
These are the first 4 bars of Up Jumps the Boogie.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for for tapping into the vat. Yeah.
Bro, how we get from Muscat down?
Well, in his defense,
I didn't bring this Magoo.
in his defense, Timberland did say that he was a terrible rapper.
He did say
Did it?
Yeah, they in the interviews, he was like when he first met him, he was terrible. But Timberland wasn't really making. He was making them dance songs, so he wasn't really paying attention to a lot of
we connected now.
what was
We
being
gonna talk.
Oh,
said. Anyway, we are here because of my friend and his magnificent book, Muscadine, which is available for pre-order. You can click on the link there, and I will attempt to put the link in YouTube for people who are watching this tomorrow. I can take a few minutes.
I'm so proud of you, man.
Shut up.
Maximum effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put the link in there.
All right, man. Shit, I'm gonna do it now. Y'all done said it enough. All right, y'all do it then. How about that?
This is our friend. He's supporting our friend.
I'm supporting. I got a book, and he gave me one, but I'm also going. I'm a pre-order. I'm pre-order in the morning, so I'm gonna give me a copy too. Cause
you know what? I'm gonna leave you alone because you did pay your deposit, your recording.
Because I always pay my half on time.
I paid mine before time. I paid mine before time. I didn't know the car was. Yeah, I paid before time.
he said, I
Check. I paid before time.
Hey, that's when you know you old. When you get to laughing at nigga when they be hesitating to say some shit.
Yeah, why is this even important? The fact is, Steven be paid. That's all I'm saying. There's an attack on my car.
Because Steven do got a running joke. You be late with it. He ain't going after you for it.
You got
But
man.
I got a lot of running jokes about you, but
they don't run no
not in your circle. But they be going hard. I'm telling you. But
Man.
anyway, let's stop laughing and killing.
Oh no, I'm fine. You laugh at me. I don't have no problem with it. It's funny. I don't have a problem with it. It's okay.
So muscadimes.
It's funny the more you keep saying it, it's funny. The book is called Muscadine. It's not Muscadine. It was just something we were talking about. But it is available pre-order. Book tour coming up starting next month. He's gonna be in a bunch of cities, LA,
Next month,
Idaho,
New York,
Mississippi,
Jackson.
up north in the place that we shall not name because it's where the other white people university at. But he gonna be in Jackson on October 20th at Offbeat. He gonna have books for sale.
We have books for sale.
For sure.
Be some local poets.
Yeah, local poets gonna be there, doing some readings, some excerpts from the book and stuff. So it's gonna be real dope. So y'all make sure y'all would.
If people are interested in getting on the book tour, is there a way for them? What's the best way for them to contact you to add additional dates?
My email address is ahjavant@gmail. And that's the book. So if you want to invite me to your town, to your bookstore, your venue, your college, your university, your high school, hit me up. We'll see if we can make it happen.
Churches.
Okay.
Family reunions.
Amen. Bar mitzvahs. Wherever you get. Y'all can get these poems. You can get these poems. I don't know.
I ain't above the love offering.
No, sure ain't live. Okay. Our brother Jerriod is here. Let's just everybody pray. Let's take a love offering. Let them folk give you $4-5 a piece.
Somebody got $400 they gonna put in.
They gonna sow a seed of $500 and buy all the books today. I believe 20 people gonna do that. That's hilarious. Cause they'll legit say that, and then folk be like, "Well, you got." I be looking around like everybody. You got $20 here. Just give me $20. Like, well, I mean, that's my Piccadilly's money. What are we talking about? Shoot. For yourself, you can. Now, not for two people.
Has suffered from inflation also.
You got to go to the one at the medical mall.
Both of them still open.
And it is. And you think they gonna close? No, sir. They got the real black people of Jackson working in there. I went to the medical mall and saw 2 people in there going on a date to Piccadilly. The guy had on white jeans and cowboy boots. and he met this lady there. I don't think they were supposed to be together. I think they were creeping at the Piccadilly. But you see a lot of stuff. The medical mall is an interesting place.
I mean, if you middle aged and you cheating, that's kind of the place to go.
He walked out that front door.
Yeah, Piccadilly. Or well, the steak place is gonna be open no more. But we love a Logan's.
You do take a sneaky link to Hudgies
Shut
and
up,
Bodons. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Y'all from Jackson.
What?
You
Shut up. We don't know that.
never heard of Hudgies?
No.
That's South Jackson.
I want to know why you
I grew up in South
You grew up in
Jackson.
South Jackson?
It's basically like
So how you finesse and go to Meriden?
Hey, Pet. Boy, you
lied on my No, I was in APAC.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Pet. All the kids.
I know where you supposed to go to Wingfield, man.
I was on for Wingfield.
Or Forest Hill, one of them.
So
Wingfield.
basically, you a liar.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, Steven.
I've
Look
been
at
trying
that.
to tell you I'm a liar.
That Lord and blessed you in spite of
That's
it.
probably why you don't cuss and stuff. Yeah, man. You know, all the wrong you did that.
Steven,
Look,
because
we already sold a book. Symphony Harris says she played just $20 for a book
Symphony
right
gonna
now.
buy a book.
Let me tell you guys
Thank
something.
you, Symphony.
She from Greenwood, 662.
Yep, she from the Delta. That's what people from the Delta do. We don't allow them
She don't support.
to go to no school. We live in the district where we go. We don't do all this. That
You know what?
That nigga said fuck wing
If
here.
there are any teachers or administrators on here, I would challenge them to purchase some of these books and make this part of their kids read reading program for the summer if they do. I think they should do that. I think it should be a list of I don't want to say local, but native
Mm-hmm.
native authors or poets. It should be a list of books by people who are preferably black folk from Mississippi who write, and that should be something that should be added into the curriculum for those kids to read and discuss.
That's a good idea.
And it's a great idea.
Librarian.
Yeah.
Well, we have someone that's
Especially if you're gonna, if you're gonna influence the youth, give them the option as to be able to do this as an artist. And who do we tell them to follow and to pattern themselves after? Well, here's this list.
Yeah.
how long are you in town before you hit up?
I mean, I don't leave for tours except for about a month.
Because we have a youth mentorship program that meets on Wednesdays, and I mean, I hate to be asking you to drive back and forth from Jackson or anything like that, but I think it would be great for the young men to like hear and see you.
Oh yeah.
Steven, come here and say wave to the people. They just hear you. Get out. That's what's in
Yeah,
it.
that'd be fun, man. You get to work for some kids.
Yeah, I think that's dope. If
Talk to
you
them
out there,
about it. See how they respond to it.
Mhm.
I challenge.
I know a minute ago, well, I think it was during the podcast, if not before, how you mentioned that you didn't have like an author come to your class and talk about, the inspiration to share that kind of literary experience. But I remember at Murrah, like when I met C. Lee McGinnis, and I remember very vividly the moment that, and even the things that he said from that first meeting, how that stuck with me. So I know what kind of impact
You
that can have.
forget that.
Yeah, I never forgot that moment. Yeah.
I think it's important for me to, give my young self what I didn't have when I was
Mm-hmm.
that age, or at least make it available to students.
True.
Yeah.
That might be cool. You bring back ACT prep too. Let them talk to the kids about like writing majors and things like that.
Or even just
That they might not know
inspiring writers or poets or whatever.
We-
It's not.
They
I'm
got
sure it
different
doesn't
stuff
take
like
a lot to set it up or whatever. It's just, making it accessible to people. they know that it's out there. Just like this, thankfully, the ACT workshop sells out every time. And it's going to continue to because people need it, and the more it's out there, the more of a demand is going to be with writing. So
I feel like all it takes is a phone call, email,
that's it.
date.
Especially, let me ask you: do you have like some plans, or maybe to do some stuff since you're closer now, to actually do some stuff with the university?
Well, I applied for this job at Jackson State, but I didn't get it. A friend of mine got it, so a good person got the job. But the 3 summers before the pandemic, I was doing creative writing workshops at my old high school. And it's a program that I wish the pandemic hadn't disrupted like it did, because it's been hard to get it back going. Just given life. But I think that's a program that I would love to see expand. Over the summers across multiple high schools in the area, even statewide at some point.
Well, she said, "Come speak to my 5th grade students. I'm interested in getting a set of 15 for my class."
Oh wow.
Let's we want to hit them up in the email.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And kids in the 60s too, they write down shit around. Like it's a shorter drive. It's a shorter drive. Down to around. Yeah. That's always good.
So,
Go ahead.
I'm saying, no, you good.
Oh nah, he probably ain't started.
Nah, man, we just had that conversation. The second one finished. It's gonna be another 15 years. We just got this one. Nah, I know. Just picking, man. But I'm just saying. You said you don't mind taking your time. So you not finna be DMX out here dropping
Be
3 hours. Right. You're gonna be Sade, right?
Did you find it easier to put out other projects after you got the first one off?
Yeah, because when I released the first one, I was 19 years old. And so from 19 to 21, the college experience, that's a very transitional time. So I experienced a lot of life in those 2 years between the first one and the second one. And so that's where I draw like my content from. Like even with the last project, I mean, I got married, had a son, quit my job, started my own business. So it's more so about how much life I've lived in between projects. But that makes it really easy in terms of like coming up with content.
I just wanted to pick as somebody who has put out their first. You just put your first one out.
Yeah.
You have done several.
Mm-hmm.
I'm building to the point where that time comes to put that first. We call them specials.
Mm-hmm.
You got an album, you call it a book, but same thing. So I know I don't know, man. It's the creative process. It's a lot of questioning and doubting in it. Too. Like I can't tell you how many times I've changed a bunch of stuff.
I'm terrified right now.
And it's already done.
And it's going out in the
It's
real.
like it's the first one. I definitely want to make sure like it's right. The content anyway, like the material. I want to make sure the material is right. I don't have any doubt about the other stuff, like the aesthetics of it, what it looks like, what it's gonna look like, all that. I think all that stuff. I haven't even got to a point where I can concentrate on that part because I want to make sure the material is good.
The hack for that is being authentic.
Well,
And that's
hard.
exactly. And that's the obstacle that people get over because like I want to try. Right.
But
Well,
You think-
it wasn't always like that either. I probably would say, it'll be 10 years.
Wow.
I probably I'd say maybe like in the last, maybe 3 or 4 years, I feel like I kind of found my comedic voice.
Mhm.
Just really hit my stride. Because, I wasn't even there when Heart of the City came out. I just prepared the best that I knew how, and I worked the rest out. But yeah, like once you find your voice and figure out who you are as a person first, it's easier to find out or settle into who you are as an artist, and then go from there. So I think I've gotten a chance to watch a lot of people before me, and sometimes you put stuff out too quick. You know what I'm saying? Like before it's time.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't want to succumb to the pressure of. Well, I appreciate the support. Don't get me wrong. People ain't got to do that. I appreciate it, but I don't want to succumb to that. Like, hey, man, we ready to put this out. We ready to put this out. Like, it ain't time yet.
I also think sometimes though, like you gotta just at some point you got to do it. Like you just got to do it. And I think if you it's kind of like you always gonna want to make more money than you make now. Like even if you always tell yourself you want to get to a certain point, but you always gonna want more. And it's if you're that type of like sometimes you'll overthink yourself into like not doing it because you still trying to and so at some point, you just got to pull the trigger, right? Like I think when you try to take that perfectionist approach, you'll find every little thing here and there, and then it just pushes your timeline back further and further and further. But at some point, you ain't gonna never know until you just do it, right? So you just got to do it. And sometimes it be time for us to do stuff that we just internally be telling ourselves to take our time to do things because there may be a fear there.
That's what I was thinking. Sometimes it makes you fear that it's keeping us from putting out that thing that we don't need to put out, and it's not a matter of I don't think this is ready yet, or I don't think it's the right time. Sometimes we let fear tell us that it ain't the right time.
And that's mostly what it is a lot of times.
Because it takes vulnerability. Because what you're doing is like, in essence, I'm releasing this art that's my expression of who I am as a being, but it's also putting your baby on the table for everybody to look at it and rate it. And tell you this is how good or ugly I think your baby looks.
I was telling a friend the other day, I was like, this is the most vulnerable and terrified I've ever felt in my life. Like to have so much of your own thoughts in one place for folks to sit with and mull over and dissect and feel a type of way about. It's so terrifying because you can't do anything about what people do with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's it.
Well, with this last album more so than any, like I said, because I experienced so much with this one, I was like, I'm putting this out, and it just wasn't my concern how people felt about it. And so, and because of that, I didn't ask people like, hey man, so what'd you think of the album? And I knew that I was taking a risk in a lot of ways with making something that sounded different to me than previous projects. But it was like I've released so much music to where it's like if you like it, that's great. If you don't, I'm also okay with that. I'm really, really okay with that. And I'm at peace with just the art being created and released.
I feel like that's a place or a landscape that I'm gonna have to learn how to manage real soon. Like, being okay with somebody not liking the project.
Well, that's fine. Fuck them people.
Like,
Yeah, fuck them people, man. The people who like it gonna like it. The right people are gonna like it. The people who don't like it is just not for them. And I think you gotta take that approach, man. That's why folk like Coke, folk like Pepsi. You can't make them you can't make Pepsi lovers like Coke or Coke lovers like Pepsi. So why even try? Just be Coke because fuck Pepsi.
Once you operate in purpose and put something authentic, original, real out there, the energy that you put out is going to be the same energy that's going to come back to you. You lead with that anyway. So whatever's for you is always going to gravitate back to you. So it's not even about, who ain't, because you ain't going to never be everybody's cup of tea. That's just what it's like. But man, I could always choose to give my energy to the people who like my tea.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And go from there. And eventually, because some of them other folks they'll come around too if they come around. So the space is always open for them.
I am excited about seeing who the audience is gonna be.
Yeah, that's
who the audience.
Yeah, you gonna be shocked, bro.
right.
I'm telling you.
I feel like this is gonna be like a wide range of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people out there
Ages all.
that are really heavy into, like poetry and not in the way that we are accustomed to it. When we talking about, because typically we talking about poetry, people automatically think like open mics and stuff like that. But there are so many people who are into poetry as it relates to storytelling and book readings. There are so many. Truth was telling me about some stuff that they do out like in Flowwood. It's kind of seemed like an open mic that's similar to that in that vein of like your book and stuff like that. Not the traditional, slam poetry type vibe. So it's a whole bunch of stuff, man. But we can talk all night.
Hey, Shank, what's up?
So we
really I know I'm not trying to take us too much on, but just the topic and the perspective that you're speaking from in this book of poetry, you never know how art moves people in a literal sense. There's a friend of mine, she's older white lady named Carol O'Connor. And I remember meeting her, years and years ago. And she said, I'm from Arizona. I moved here because I listened to David Banner's Mississippi, the album. And just hearing him talk about,
she used to be at all the shows and everything.
And so this is like I'm saying, like an older white lady from Arizona who moved to Mississippi just because of how he was describing the landscape here. And so I'm thinking about like you naming the book Muscadine and people already just being like, what is that? What does that mean? And then hearing how it inspired you, I feel like it's putting Longtown on the map, you know what I'm saying? For real.
Without the cost.
Yeah. We can talk all night, but we will not.
It's 9:04.
And Steven got to go. Yeah, real quick, man, we want to give a shout out to Josiah Coltrane Brown, aka Joe Nuff, very, very talented young producer. All of the beats, that's why y'all got to listen to the podcast. So this season, outside of the theme song, which was created by Fifth Child, shout out to Fifth Child, but all of the beats that you'll hear associated with each episode were all produced by Josiah. So, I know, right? Yeah. Herbs and Helena son. Crazy. Well, Steven did this track, but once you hear the episode, all of the background tracks that you hear on all the episodes this season, and we put in his we putting his stuff in the his links and stuff are gonna be in the chat. So y'all make sure y'all check him out, support him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check him out, support him, buy some of that music, stream it, run him up for that. And he has a YouTube page as well, so y'all get all that information. And just check him out, man. He's super dope. And how old is Joe? 16?
Mm-hmm.
16 years old.
He had
Yeah, so
the Tulu thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Tulu early college.
Tulu early.
yeah, so he finna be out of here
So
already. So
he didn't have his hours.
So yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all check him out. And shout out to Herb for allowing us to, patronize his son and all that good stuff. Yeah, we appreciate y'all tapping in. Episode 38 will be released this Thursday, streaming on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify. Y'all make sure y'all go to YouTube, subscribe. If you missed this live, if you know somebody who missed this live, it'll be loaded on YouTube tomorrow by noon. So y'all make sure y'all point them over in that direction to check it out. Make sure you go and pre-order your copies of Muscadimes.
I can't not laugh.
Because it's funny when you say it. Make sure you go and pre-order your copies, man. We sure do appreciate you coming through, sticking in with us, man. Nah, man, I tell you anytime. This is why we've been friends for over a long time. I won't even say how long. We've been friends for a long time. Yeah, almost. So we just blessed to be in a position where we able to connect in this way. So thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great night. And we going to bed. And fuck them white people that did Michael Orr that way.
Oh yeah. I've been been saying.
What they name? Man,
You too, Sandra. You knew who you were playing when you did this shit.
you come get out the lab, yeah, bitch.